Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel, aka Lilyworks, and I am a full-time stay-at-home mom and a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace. And today, we're having a yard sale. And so yeah, see what's going on in the reselling life with a yard sale. So we've already had a few people stop by. Our community yard sale doesn't open until, there's my baby, 9 o'clock, but people started coming at like 7. So I have a bunch of shoe inventory that I'm getting rid of, all pairs $5. My kids have their little snack hut that they're going to learn resale, just like mama. Have some jewelry bins, if you guys can see. So this is how I've done my jewelry bin area. So like brooches, pins, and then I've marked them with heart, star, or the black dot, and I've done that for bracelets and earrings and necklaces and such. So yeah, let's see how today goes. Did you make it way over there, honey? Off the blankie. Alright, it just turned 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I believe we're going until 4 today. Just put the kids down for a nap. I've sold some shoes, so that's great. We're doing $5 a pair. Most of the things I picked up at the bins for like $2 to $3, so I'm probably making a tiny bit of money on that, but I am moving stale inventory, and this is stuff I possibly would have had sit around forever and then donating at Goodwill. So probably some of these I'm gonna put back into my store if it doesn't sell, and then putting it or donating some of it to Goodwill, what I don't feel like putting back in my store. But James, can you explain those Ray-Bans that guy came in while I was...
No, just the Rayban Sunglasses. They're video, Facebook link, like everything is connected, all Bluetooth, so video, pictures, got a speaker so you can talk on
And
them.
he was a reseller, right?
So he was a reseller, and they sold for, he said they're about $340, and he ran into somebody else, and he was a little shocked because their Ray-Bans that were just Ray-Bans were like $375, and so the technologically advanced ones were a little cheaper and legit.
So it was like a camera, which might be good for resellers, because if you go into Goodwill or whatever, and or I don't know, the bins or whatever, and you don't want to hold a camera and like, or a GoPro, and it's kind of like they see what you see type of a thing. I was actually looking at them for James for like, because he really likes technology type of stuff, and I'm really not into it. So I was looking at those maybe like 6 months ago when they first came out, and I didn't even think about them for reselling.
No,
but
the
that
only
might
way
be.
you'd know that they, I mean, unless you knew that they had cameras on each side,
Mm-hmm.
the only way you'd know is the little white light comes on when you're recording.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so anyways, this is how I've been doing with my sales. So I have one of these index cards in each of the pairs of shoes, and it kind of just says the size in it. And then what I'm going to do is I have the description on the bottom here, and I'm going to go through and remove these from my stores. But as far as the jewelry goes, most of the people like digging through jewelry right there, like 50 cents a piece, and then digging through the stuff that's marked $2 to $5. I don't know if it's because of like the thrill is gone. I don't know, but people really like getting 50-cent jewelry. So that's all jewelry that I've haven't put in my eBay store. I just kind of threw in a bin. Not really worth my time listing. A lot of like cheaper jewelry, but people like selling or buying that. So yeah, I think we're at $4.75 profit, but I did put $50 into the bag initially for starter change. But yeah, I think we're gonna do this again tomorrow. We have our tent up, we have the signs up, the kids are sleeping, and I'm really fortunate because James is seeing things sell, and he is randomly pulling things out of the garage and from all of his little stashes that he keeps things. So he has his Atari out, he has his chessboard over there in that middle area. He has some tools out, which I didn't think I would ever see him selling that. He has $100 on that chess set, and he says that it's worth $400. And as a reseller, you guys know that that doesn't always mean what it sells for, but I'm glad he has a price on it.
That is what I bought it for.
Okay.
Not
well, okay.
what I'm gonna get for it.
Well, okay, so you guys know how that works, but yeah. I might be able to sell that actually on eBay for some money, unless someone picks that up. I do have like an art piece. Let's see if it's still out somewhere. Where is that art piece?
In front of the tree now.
It's right over here, and it's this like modernist abstract steel art, and it is signed on the bottom. I picked it up from an estate sale, high bid auction, and I didn't know I was winning that with some of the art, but I looked up these pieces, and some of them that are signed are like going for thousands of dollars. It has a really cool steel ball, and the it's like two-tone colors, so it kind of looks like a flame. And yeah, so this like steel art can go for a lot of money, but that is not my specialty. So what I did is I just put $200 on it and posted it on Facebook Marketplace and in my neighborhood area. And there's my mailman. I had to go ask my mailman, since he pulled up, if he could be on YouTube, but he cannot with having his job. So I'm going to cut that part out of my mailman. But anyways, this is the big sculptural piece, like $200, we'll see. But isn't that nice? And then we have this piece of art that I also picked up from high bid. I have 75 on it. I don't really even know, but it's from the 80s. It is papyrus, and someone has it up on eBay for $300. So there's that. I have some bonnets that I made a long time ago. What I started my Etsy business with. So if you guys want bonnets, they're in my eBay store. There we go. This one is a 12 to 24 month, and they are reversible, $10. So yeah, we have lots of shoes left, but yeah, a lot of Sperry's and Skechers and boots and men's Oxfords. So we just met our neighbors, and my husband brought back food. Yes. What time is it? Like 3-ish, 2-ish, 3. Our community yard sale was so big that they had a food truck in our area, which is amazing. Okay, so he brought steak tacos. These aren't Taco Bell tacos.
This is from Rose Mob
Ooh, and a little ketchup packet. What is this? Rose Mob. And a burger, and then there's rice and fries. Yep. So yeah, one of the reasons that we decided to do a yard sale, obviously, is to sell things and then also to meet neighbors. So I was really excited that we finally got to meet neighbors. I am hungry. All right, so we are on day 2 of yard sale of the Rummage sale, and here is our setup over here, and I have some things over there on that side. And it is a long day. If you guys have done Rummage sales, you know what I'm talking about. So yesterday was a pretty good day, over $600, and then today has been very, very slow. Today is Sunday, the 12th, and I've sold some jewelry, a pair of shoes, and just little bits here and there, like a bike rack and this and that. Oh, a big piece of furniture for like 20 bucks, but we're just trying to get rid of it. And yeah, we'll kind of talk about if I think it's worth it or not, as a means of clearing out inventory or another way of reselling. But so far, I think we've probably made less than $100 on the second day. I think that might be partly due to it's not a community yard sale anymore, and we're kind of we're kind of in a back part of the neighborhood, so we are not on a main street at all. And then secondly, the signs that we put up to lead to our house, we put up 4 signs that lead off the main road, and there's a road that's right before one of our main roads that goes into another community. Has the same exact signs that we use that point to their neighborhood. And so I'm wondering if the signs that we put out directed them to the other neighborhood, because you would have to go past that sign to see our sign directed into our neighborhood. So I'm thinking that might be a big reason why it's also really slow today, because any traffic that those signs are getting probably aren't coming all the way over by us. So fingers crossed we make a little bit more sales today. All right, so we are back. Yard sale is done. I have bins of things behind me, and we're just gonna kind of go over, do I think that rummage sales are a good supplement, I guess you could say, to my reselling business journey, and moving stale inventory. Okay, so all in all, this past 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday, we made about $700. Now that is not $700 of stale inventory that we made. I put out, of my inventory, I put out shoes and jewelry. Didn't put any belts out or purses or whatever. I did put out some older hard goods that I used to pick up a long time ago, some vintage pieces, and those actually did sell. I sold them really cheap. I might be able to put a picture up here for you guys, like a pair, or I guess a whole set of like brass boats with like a stone base, signed by the artist. Thought I could get some money in the beginning of my reselling journey for them. And they've just been sitting in my store forever, because I don't really do hard goods anymore. So anyways, so what I had to do to prepare for the yard sale is, all right, so what I did is I went through my inventory and I put different color codes on my inventory, because I have a lot of jewelry. And if you guys don't know, or if you guys don't sell jewelry or are new to jewelry, jewelry can take a little bit. You might hear my son, baby son. He's playing right around the corner right here. Anyways, jewelry can sit for a long time. It's very quick to list, very, very cheap to get in jewelry lots, but it can sit for a bit. So I didn't mind putting out a bunch of my jewelry. Be right back. He was trying to tell Mama that he dropped his toy. So anyways, I was saying that I didn't mind putting out a lot of the jewelry for cheaper prices, $2, $3, $5. Obviously not precious metals and things like that. But if I'm getting it for less than $1 a piece, I did not mind making $1 or $2 just to move some inventory. And I also had this right here, this 50-cent jewelry that is like all things that I probably would have put in a craft lot. It's not craft jewelry. They are all like full pieces like this, like not damaged. Wearable jewelry, but not something I'm going to resell. No tags or maybe like Claire's or something. And they were 50 cents each. So the things that did the best for me were the jewelry that was 50 cents each. So that kind of lets me know what I can do with some of my jewelry in the future. Like, people saw this bin and went right to it, and it didn't matter that it was cheaper, no brand jewelry. People were like picking out 20, 30 pieces and then buying it. And this is all jewelry that I would have sold in a craft lot. And so yeah, I definitely think that that's a good idea. And then for the jewelry pieces that are already bagged, already in my inventory, a lot of people were jewelry resellers looking into this, so they were particularly looking for makers and things that I would look for. So that was not necessarily stuff that I wanted to sell at a really cheap price, but I mean, I did. And so that is probably not something I'm keeping that in mind. I probably wouldn't put that stuff back out there because I didn't really sell a lot of the things. Like, I thought that some of these things, let's just see, like for instance, maybe like these things, like there's no maker or anything, but they're just really pretty in person. I really wanted those kinds of things to sell, and maybe if I had an antique booth, those kinds of things would sell, where it might be harder to look up online. But yeah, that kind of gave me some ideas for having an antique booth maybe. Unfortunately, the antique store right across the street that I love, I got their info, and I believe it's $180 per month. And then they also take a 20%, they take a certain percentage of your sales as well. And I'm just like thinking, like, that is a lot, because I don't even know how well like an antique booth actually does. So like, what if you don't even make $180 in sales? Like, I don't know. There's some booths that I've seen in there, I don't know how they're making that work, because some of their stuff is priced so high, I don't see very much stuff selling. So are they just like paying $180 a month and not selling anything? Like, I feel like I would have to sell at least $1,000 a month in my my booth in order for me to be okay with paying $180 in like booth rent. So that is something I learned about the jewelry. And then as far as shoes go, I did not even care. Like, it was like $5 a pair, so, like a lot of stale inventory. Most of the stuff I picked up from the bins. And so if it was $2 to $3, it was stuff that was probably going to be donated anyways. So I'm making a couple bucks, and I am going to be going back through the stuff that didn't sell. So the thing that I do like about this is that it is a really good way of going through your inventory and seeing, taking inventory of your inventory, basically. So I like kind of went through all of my shelves. And if you guys don't know, I have over 2,600 items for sale on my eBay store. And and it kind of like made me look. He keeps dropping his toy because he's a baby. Yes, you are. And so I was going through the shelves to see what I wanted to pull, what was stale. And some of the things I was like, I don't think I've seen this. Sure enough, it fell off of eBay or whatever. So I was able to see, oh, this like a pair of Cole Haan horse bit driving loafers, which can like go for like $80-$90. Those were no longer on the website. And yeah, so yeah, so just going over that. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be donating a lot. So I took pictures of those so I can take them off my platforms, try to liquidate a lot of it, and then just reassessing where I'm at with my business. Like, these are the kinds of things I don't want to pick up anymore. These are the condition. Like, for instance, 3-4 years ago, I would pick up a lot of Echo Oxfords and Cole Haan Oxfords, no matter if they were vintage or not. And they actually sold pretty well. Now is not really the case so much. It only like certain styles of Cole Haan move faster. Echo, I feel like they have to be in really excellent condition, or so like women's sneakers, the Echo hybrid golf shoes still do well, but it kind of teaches me that like specific things just will sit. So I actually ended up taking the laces out of a lot to save them for the future, because I might as well, so I don't have to purchase laces for $2 to $3. So at least I will get something. But in regards to that, I think that yard sales were good for that. So sorry, my memory cut out. But anyways, I hope you guys are learning a little bit from me. But let me just say, doing all that work as far as shoe and jewelry marking and all that stuff is not worth how much I sold. Like, it is not. And I don't know if you live on a super busy street, maybe it's a different story, but I think for the future I would put out the shoes that are really stale that I'm planning on donating anyway, or taking off the platforms, relisting with better pictures and at a much lower price or something like that. Jewelry would not, like, I would not treat it like I'm putting it in a booth. I would just put out the 50-cent jewelry, and because that was like easy. It was like, okay, it's already there, you guys can just dig through it. I don't have any work put into it. I haven't packaged it. I haven't put a lot of time into taking pictures and listing, so that would be worth it to me. And then also, like I said, it would be worth it to just kind of reassess where your store is at, what your inventory is at, kind of maybe even reorganizing my jewelry. That's what I'm planning on doing, is now that it's all out and I can see it, I can reorganize, because it's growing, my inventory is growing, putting it into other bins and things like that. So I think that is all I wanted to say. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't do a what sells over the weekend video for you guys. This past weekend, it's just like, it's my workroom is still kind of crazy because I was pulling all week and putting things in bins. So I'll just tell you that my last weekend sales were so slow. So there is such a thing as the summer slowdown, and it can be very discouraging because it almost is like, what's wrong with the store, what's wrong with the economy, and you question all kinds of things. And so I made around $350 for the entire weekend, where I could typically start seeing like average of like 700 per weekend with just the amount of things I have in my store and how many platforms I'm on. And what's been selling a lot for me has been jewelry. So jewelry doesn't sell for a ton of money, and I don't know if people are just, and I've been taking a lot of low offers, to be honest, because it's like, okay, we're gonna get this out of here, paid $2 to $3, whatever, making some money. We need to start making sales. And if you guys don't know, if you are having a rough day, a rough weekend, whatever, try to accept some lower offers right away in the morning. If you decline it, I feel like eBay is like a bad relationship where they're like, ignore this seller. I don't want anything to do with you. You declined offers, or you did not accept offers. We want to make sales, and so we're not going to deal with you. That is how I feel the relationship with eBay actually is. So if you kind of like play nice with eBay and you're like, okay, I'll take a $15 offer on, $29.99 or dollar pair of shoes or something. It's like, oh, okay, you like selling for us. We'll boost the algorithm for you. And that's at least my experience, and from what I've heard, a lot of other resellers' experience. But this weekend seems to be doing a little bit better for us, and we are going to go on vacation. So I'm going to move my handling time or put us on vacation mode. But yeah, I will try to make a what sold over the weekend video for this week, since we are all done with the yard sale. And yeah, so if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Our channel is growing, and I am so thankful for all of the subscribers already.